If you've ever gone to a Mexican party, you probably had some of these before. They'll have these gigantic pots just filled with these frijoles charros. It's good stuff. If you've never had them, you should definitely give this recipe a try. For these frijoles charros, we're going to first need some beans. I'm making a big batch, but I'm not going to use all the beans for this dish. Once the beans have finished cooking, I'll be removing maybe 1 or 2 cups out of this. But it's the same process as always. Make sure you rinse your beans, strain them out. Once you strain them, give it another quick rinse. Get your pot over the stove, add in your beans, add in your water. I'll also be adding a quarter onion and some garlic. Add a little bit of salt. Since we'll be adding chorizo, bacon, and some hot dogs, you'll want to limit the salt to the beans. Okay, it's been 3 hours, time to check the beans. Now the best way to check if the beans are ready is taste them. Once the beans are soft, they're good. For these frijoles charros, I'm not going to be using the whole pot of beans. I'll be removing about 1 to 2 cups of these cooked beans. Now let's prep our other ingredients for our base layer. First, we're going to go ahead and slice up a serrano pepper. You could also use jalapeño. Use as many or as little as you want. It all really depends on how spicy you want these. Give these serranos a nice fine chop. The last thing you want is bite into a big thick piece of pepper. Once you're finished, put the serrano peppers off to the side. Next, you'll want to finely chop about a quarter onion. Again, give it a nice fine chop. I don't have the best knife skills, so always make sure I take my time. Once chopped, put the onion off to the side. Now let's slice up our hot dogs. I'm trying something different here, and I'm using some brisket hot dogs. I saw these at the grocery store, so I decided to pick them up. Now let's get these sliced hot dogs off to the side. Let's slice up this bacon. Any bacon will do. I didn't use all of the bacon. I used about maybe half of the package here. It doesn't have to be too exact here. As long as they're chopped and can be spread around. You can get creative with these frijoles charros. I've added pulled pork, I've added ham, chicharon. Chicharon is really good. Get creative with it. I'll be using pretty generic chorizo here, but if you have access to the authentic kind, then grab some of that. Now let's make our base for our frijoles charros. I'm going to be firing up the Santa Maria grill. The reason I'm using this attachment is to better control the temperature on the pan. If it gets too hot, I could simply raise it. Let's fry up our hot dogs. My goal here is to give it a little bit of color and sear it up a little bit. These won't take very long. Once they're seared, go ahead and take them off. And now let's place in our bacon. Now this bacon will release a lot of fat. You don't need to use all of it. You won't be needing all of the bacon fat here, so make sure you take some out, but do leave some in so we could fry up some of that onion and peppers. Once your bacon is cooked, go ahead and remove it. Now let's add in our onion and peppers. Once the onion and peppers have softened up a little bit, let's add in our chorizo. The chorizo you usually buy at the grocery store it has very kind of wet texture. So if you have access to the authentic stuff, you'll notice that it's a little bit more drier and you'll get a much better product. Once the chorizo is cooked, let's start mixing everything in. Now this is the base layer of the frijoles charros. And believe me, this has a ton of flavor. It smells amazing. If you're enjoying this video so far, please hit like down below. It really helps. Now we want to add in all of this mixture into the beans. Now off camera, I've removed about 2 cups of the beans. I wanted to make sure that there was enough room in the pot for all of this mixture. Once you've added the mixture into the beans, give it a quick stir and it's ready to serve. These frijoles charros are packed with flavor. I don't need to tell you, you could clearly see all of the ingredients, they mesh well together. There is just a very delicious dish. And if you had these before and you enjoy my recipe, please hit like and subscribe. It really helps me out. Optional ingredients, a little cilantro. You could either add it directly to the pot, but I always prefer to add some fresh cilantro right into the bowl. All right, let's check these out. These look fantastic. Next time you have some people over for some carne asada, try this recipe. You know what else you can make your guests? You can make them a Mexican style burger. I'm gonna leave a link down above and down in the description. So make sure you check it out. I'll see you next time.